Hello, everyone. Welcome to Holding Space Sunday. I hope that you are doing well after the very intense week of events and shifts and changes that occurred as we moved through Pluto moving into Aquarius and the moon and all the shifts that were happening there. So, an equinox. Believe me, it was definitely intense all around. I felt it, and it's really interesting though because it's intense in a way that is like it feels hopeful and it feels good. So it's not anything where it's continuing to be causing us any kind of fear or doubt. I mean, still, like, there's doubts, right? Sometimes it's like it's all just too much, but yeah, I think we turned a really important corner there. So tonight we're gonna take it easy. I'm gonna read through just kind of like what this next week is, because then again, as we head into April, there's very significant dates coming up, and there's again intensities of energy and shifts that are going to be occurring. So I'm not going to go really into detail about the April happenings because we'll do those as they come up. So we'll focus on this week, but it kind of is like we have the things we need to focus on this week lead us into the April energies. So this past week, we in the meditations, if you did them or did the daily reads, it was really about really starting to set our intentions for the new, like what we want to see, where we're headed. So now, at that time, I kind of told you in one of the videos, it wasn't really a time to put anything into play, but it was like to formulate the plan, right? To make decisions on the things you wanted to see, intended to do. Now we're starting the forward motion of Aries season, so it's time to put these things into action. Now, that being said, though, it's not like go guns a-blazing, like full speed ahead. It's more of like we have a lot of shifts coming up in April, so it's like baby step our way towards those next sets of energies. Because one of the big energies that's coming up in April is we're heading into eclipse season. If you've followed me for a little while, or even if you haven't, you can look it up. Eclipses generally bring big shifts, big changes. So, and I think this time, just because the amplitude of the energy is so good, so high, it's really going to be a catalyst for change, these eclipses coming up. So, all right. Yeah, basically, let's, at this time, make the most of this week. Again, time just spent making sure all the old kind of outdated thought patterns and systems are cleaned out, and starting to take these small steps to what you want, the intentions you put out to move forward. So looking at ways you're going to implement and execute your plan to start the new you and your vision. It's a lot of it too is seeing things from a new perspective. What do you need to do to move forward so that you are able to reach this best version of you, to connect with your higher self and to start answering and living your calling? And just another little piece in there is like, what can you also do to bring peace and harmony into your daily life? So just, continuing to kind of dot the I's and cross the T's and making sure that as we move forward, we're ready for this energy. So yeah, there's just a couple of things that are currently happening this week. So there's a million conjunctions. I started to write them down and started to like say what their purpose was, and it was overwhelming. So there's a lot going on there. I didn't write this one down. There's something about, like, a little bit about Chiron, which is the wounded healer. We've talked about that before. And just that it is kind of like, it's interesting. The energy coming in for this week is healing energy, but it's not a physical healing. It seems to be centered around getting into the healing of the divine feminine and the divine masculine energies within us. So healing or bringing them into balance. We also have Jupiter in Aries. So Jupiter is the planet of expansion and thinking, like higher thinking. So it's asking us to expand that vision of the future, like make it even bigger and better than we could even imagine. Mars is also just moving into the sign of Cancer. I think it's been in, oh gosh, I can't remember what it was in. Anyway, it was there for 7 months, which it's never there that long. It's been a long time. So this move is a great move. It starts to move things forward. Again, now Mars typically is representative of masculine energy or male energy. And Cancer tends to be more feminine, more mother, divine energy. So that is going to be, Mars is going to stay in Cancer till May 20th. So it gives us lots of time to embrace the energy of this. But this is what I'm focusing the meditation and the card read on tonight, because it's about merging of fire and water. Those are the two signs. Represent Cancer's watery, Mars is fiery. But I think what it really represents is the balance of yin and yang, the masculine and the feminine energy merging together. So trying to teach us about what that looks when that energy comes together fully, that we are in unity and entering that unity Christ consciousness. So at the same time that it's a good time this week to just kind of, just oversee things, but really kind of taking it a little bit easy, still continuing to go with the flow, because I think everything from last week still is integrating within us. So we, don't overdo it. We just want to let it integrate. So yeah, like I said, tonight we're going to focus the cards and the meditation on sort of, it's funny because really I'm really heavy on the feminine energy cards here. So, but I feel like they're going to give us some good answers. What else did I want to say about this upcoming period? There's something else. Well, so April 1st typically is known as April Fool's Day. There's a whole silly reason that is, but we won't go into that because that's not the point of what I'm gonna say. But I am gonna say that that day is really pointing to, that's the start of the new beginning, the real start of the new beginning. And the reason I'm getting this is because April Fools just reminded me of the Fool card, right? And we've talked about that before. In the tarot deck, the Fool card is, he's just about to reach over the edge to grab a flower, and whether he'll, get it and pull it back and get it, or, does he topple himself because he's not paying attention and go right over the edge. So I just think April Fools will be a good day, though, to start to really implement this new plan that we have. So there's that coming up. Let's see. There's also, it started today or yesterday, I think. There's an alignment of 5 planets and the sun, or the moon, sorry, and in the nighttime sky, they'll be creating an arc. So in the west, that's my west, in the west sky, you'll see the crescent moon, and then I think you can only see 5 of them, or 4 of them, because it's Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Uranus. But Uranus is probably, depending on where you are on the planet, especially if you have mountain ranges like we do, it's probably too far down the horizon to see. But you'll at least see the lineup of 4 and the moon. So that's kind of fun. You want to go look at that out in the night sky. Hopefully wherever you are, it stays that it's not cloudy. I bring this up though because it does have, this alignment creates a rare and magical alignment. So it really focuses on mystical phenomena. So that you'll probably see over this week, because it goes from the 25th to the 28th. So just a couple more days. But more incidences of like feeling like you're getting downloads, psychic transmissions, prophetic dreams, deja vu. So deja vu is really funny. I just want to talk about that for a second because I've had this opinion of deja vu for a long time. And if anyone's ever had that moment where they have it, but it's like, it's so real that you're like, I was there, or I've already done this, or I know what happens next. I always like to say that that's kind of like our little time traveler self has come back and been like, you're on the right path. I always take it as a confirmation that I'm on the right path and that I'm, you know, I'm on the timeline I'm supposed to be on, or whatever that is. So yeah, don't let, I know sometimes I don't want to say we vilify deja vu, but a little bit we do, because it is kind of spooky and weird. But I don't think it's either of those things. I think it's just sort of a little like confirmation that you're on the right path. So you might find over the next couple days that those sorts of things, particularly the prophetic dreams, so having dreams that come true or in some way, you know, are like ring true for you. Anyway, okay, yeah, that's I think everything I wanted to say about this time, which is a lot. Again, we're heading into this period of, it's almost like this is kind of a bit of a reprieve and a rest period. So, I mean, do that as much as you can. Allow, because that's the thing, is at the moment I think we really need to allow this, like I said, we're still integrating everything from last week. So we kind of really want that to happen. But we also have to be at the ready, because as soon as eclipse season comes in, right, the energy intensifies again, and it's again another powerful window for us to do good transformation and amazing work. So yeah, also coming up April 5th, we have a Libra full moon. Mercury is finally going to go into retrograde. It's going to be the first planet to retrograde. We've been retrograde free for, I can't remember how long it was. 5 weeks? No, it's longer than that. Anyway, it's been a nice little reprieve where it didn't slow things down. But Mercury's going to come back in, I can't remember the exact date. It's in that, right in the beginning of, or mid-April. And again, like I said, we have an eclipse, so changes again. So like I said, this is a great time to really rest a little bit and integrate, allow everything to integrate, and then yeah, and then just move, just prepare for the next set of stuff we need to do, right? All right, so tonight, like I said, just with that sort of meetup of Mars heading into Cancer, that was sort of the predominant energy that was standing out to me. And Cancer is nice too as a sign, because it's like, it is the mothering energy, so it's really nurturing. So tonight's meditation does focus on mother energy, with the assistance of Mother Mary. We're gonna do a nice little meditation there. And then the cards I picked is I did pick the Divine Feminine, the Rose Oracle, which is interesting because the meditation is also about going into a rose garden with Mary. And then I picked the Yantra cards, just different words, single words and premises to kind of give us a bit of a, I always like to call it the last set of cards that I picked, the action plan, or what we should be focusing on. So let's go ahead and do the cards, and then we'll start the meditation. So I'm starting to lose my voice again, but I think it's just the smoke. Anyway, yeah, we're going to do 3 of the Divine Feminine Oracle here. Yeah, I didn't bring any Divine Masculine in, but maybe it'll show up somehow. I can't see how, though. These are pretty feminine-based cards that I got right now. That's all right though. And then, yeah, I'll be back tomorrow with the read for the week. We'll see, right? And we'll see what's coming up. I'm sure it's going to be a confirmation of just sort of making sure all our ducks are in a row and taking a bit of a break. So, the first card we got is Bridget, the goddess of eternal flame. I am an eternal flame, and each day my light grows brighter. Yeah, it's kind of, Bridget's kind of nice too, because it's like, you know, we're heading into like, I mean, we've already done Bridget's day, so with Beltane, but it's just, it's again, it's a confirmation of the, you know, more light is coming in day by day, bringing us towards spring, but it's also like awakening us, right? Our light is growing, and the light coming in from, you know, the sun. I always say just the sun, but there's a whole backing to that. It's not just our sun. And yeah, speaking of that, I didn't even mention it, but like at the tail end of last week, right after Pluto went into Aquarius on Thursday, then that next day we got that solar storm that hit us pretty hard. Like, it hit us pretty hard, but it was pretty phenomenal. It was definitely, I felt that energy coming in. Talked to a lot of people, that was really intense energy. It was a lot coming in. For me, I felt like it was like in such a positive way. And then of course the aurora borealis across the world were amazing that night. It's interesting. There's lots of pictures that came in with what looks like a phoenix rising, those kind of things. So you definitely, you know, you can say what you want about this time and space, but I'm seeing us getting signs constantly to remind us that this is real. It's a big energetic shift, and yeah, and it's happening, and let's be part of it, and let's do our best work to be aligned so that we have a fairly easy time going through it. All right. Oh, we got the cosmic egg. So the divine feminine itself. I hold the universe within me. I am the force of an ever-expanding love. I love that. That's the ultimate goal. That's where we're headed, right? Love is the answer. Love is where we're headed. Honestly, we can't ask for anything better than that. So I would say, in terms of like, if that's going to be sort of like a theme of what today and the upcoming week is about, is really start, again, whether you're actually male or female, it's not about our gender here on earth. It's about balancing and embracing our masculine and feminine energies within us. So starting to embrace, and maybe increasing your energy. Yeah. Okay, this is really interesting, because so we also got Saint Bridget, Our Lady of Exalted Light. I give endlessly because the light is without end. My soul is all I need. That's so interesting. It's really about its heart and soul, and letting this light in and increasing this light. This is really what it's all about. This is what, if you want to call it ascension, whatever you want to call this process, it's about us becoming a container for this immense amount of light that is already coming in and is going to continue to increase. So yeah, it's interesting, because I'm, you know, as I sat down to do this reading, I didn't have a feeling of it like giving us intention around what we needed to do, but just, I kind of almost felt like what this reading is being as it's coming out right now is about just giving you guys confirmation and feeling the hope and the love that, you know, this is transforming and it is changing. And I know sometimes there can be doubt, and there can be, you know, we're not an easy process getting there, but I feel like this is just the universe saying, we got you. Like, it's gonna be fine. This is happening and everything is gonna be amazing on the other side of this. So, you know, keep the faith. Don't lose hope. Again, we're headed towards love and light. Like, literally headed towards love and light. Okay, so the roses, the rose deck, the rose garden. We got the grandmothers. There's so much divine feminine energy coming through right now. It's like, it's kind of mind-blowing. Remember your roots, perspective, interesting. Didn't I say that? I don't know if I covered that in my notes, but it's about seeing things from a new perspective. Yeah, see things from a new perspective. The Fool. By the time we get to April, it's like we're seeing things in a totally different way. And it also says trust the weavings. Again, it's just like I just said, I really feel like this is just the universe and the guides and the angels and everybody just saying to us, guys, we got this. It's going to be okay. Like, we've got your back. Trust the process, right? It's trust the process. Okay. Oop. And then we also got the breathing rose, heart healing, emotions, connection, time eases. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, because that's kind of the thing. That's sort of the theme for this week. And because it's called the breathing rose, it's like, make sure if it's getting overwhelming or the energy is too much, that you're taking a minute to sit and breathe and just breathe and rest. You don't have to be doing a meditation. Just do those 3 breaths that we do at the beginning and end. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Be really deliberate about them. Take your time doing them. And time easing, I think it's felt really sped up this last week, like we were in fast forward. This week is a bit of an ease. So take advantage of when that time slows down for a bit to just, rest. Like, that's the big thing. Breathe and rest. We'll start to implement your plan over the next week. We also got the rose without thorns. You have a right to your joy, peace, and the sweetness of life. Yeah, it's, this is all there for the taking. It's nobody, even if you spent all weekend like completely not paying attention to any of this, or, like, we all have lives and we have stuff we have to do. I always just think that people think, oh, I didn't do my work this weekend, so I'm going to miss some kind of opportunity or the boat or whatever you want to call it. But I don't think it's like that at all. So it's like, it's still an event that's occurring, even if you're not completely present. It just makes it, whether it's easy, like an easy transition to go through, or if it's a little bit rough feeling, because we're not quite, if we have the opportunity to be fully present, then awesome. Yeah, so don't panic. And just, like, when that doubt creeps in, it's like, really, we deserve everything, all this goodness that is about to come to us. So just keep hanging on, keep breathing, we just got to keep on keeping on, basically. Okay. So we got these, like I said, I'm considering these kind of our action cards. So we got simplicity, which is being here now. So again, just really staying in the present moment, not to, like, we want to make plans for the future and intentions, but we don't want to wrap ourselves so up in them that we're fully engaged in the future and we're not paying attention to what's going on around us. So, and hopefully by now we've done enough work that we're not stuck still in the past with some past issues, but it's a good time to keep working on clearing them if that's what's going on for you. We also got exhale or surrendering. So again, with the breathing that's coming in is like, just take a moment, take a pause, take a breath, exhale. And the surrender is surrender. It's just like, the divine has, again, a plan and an order, and we just need to let this happen. Surrender to the process. We got a couple of these cards. So we also got embrace, loving unconditionally. I just also feel like there's a couple times in the meditation where an embrace and a hug comes up. So, maybe we just all need a really good hug. So find that person you trust, you love. Give somebody a great big hug. Just bask in the energy of that love and that comfort and support. The last card we got is contentment. Recognizing the illusion of greener pastures. So there we go. So when we're intending, right, we're not, we want to see things better, but it's not, we're not pining over or comparing ourselves to others. Oh, it's always greener on the other side. It's like, it can be, but we need to put those intentions in, and really work on those intentions of not just like looking at what others have and coveting it, but creating your own greener pastures. I hope that's clear. It's kind of a bit of a anyway, yeah, it's just really coming in that it's like, make sure we're still envisioning the future we want to see, and not like comparing ourselves to others, like, oh, they have it better and it's greener over there and I wish I could be there, because that's not really creating a dream for yourself. That's just coattailing on someone else's, and we don't know that it's an illusion. That's the other thing. That's the key in that card, is it looks great on paper over there, but is it? And it's also not your manifestation, it's theirs. So it will never live up to your expectations, right? So that's why it's so important that we are doing our work. And that work is envisioning, intending, and manifesting the things we want to see and we need to see for our life. And then all those dreams that individually we have, they'll eventually all interconnect like the flower of life. So yeah, that seems to be the overall theme for tonight for Holding Space Sunday. So really what came through for Holding Space for tonight is just that we're holding space to breathe, to rest, and take this opportunity to just let things integrate, and yeah, and just kind of, again, we're kind of just doing the observing, a little bit of the work, but just this really seems like this week is going to be about a rest period. We'll see when we do the card read for the week what comes up. So I just drew one last card because I have them on my desk. So we got signs. Instincts are the messages from the inner divine. So again, look at the peace, like, and in that fully ascended, expanded, enlightened lotus. Yeah. So just, again, yeah, looking for signs and symbols, but also, yeah, taking the time. I feel like this is like the meditation we need to do, is just observe and be at peace and see what the divine has to say to us. Right. And that with that, lineup of planets, it's like we are getting magical intuitions and psychic information, if you want to call it that. So just really listening and looking for the signs. All right, we're going to leave it there for the cards and the talk of Holding Space Sunday. And coming up next, just a nice, easy meditation around being with the mother and being comforted and held and embraced and protected in love. And we're going to go through a nice little walk through the rose garden, yeah, and have some nice little moments of peace and healing and love. All right, take care of yourselves. I hope you have a good week. I'll see you tomorrow for the week reading, and we will just go from there. Remember above all to make sure you're taking care of yourself and that you are getting enough rest, because it's intense. You've probably felt it as much as the rest of us have felt it. And like I said, we're getting a little bit of a reprieve here, so take the break, take the peace, do some breathing, and and just start to mentally prepare yourself for some more shifts and changes as we head into April and eclipse season. All right, take care of yourselves. I love you. Beginning as we always do, finding yourself in a comfortable position, beginning to settle, slowing your breath, closing your eyes, and then breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth 3 times. Imagine we have traveled to France and we are visiting the cathedral in Lourdes, the sanctuary of Mother Mary. Walking along the lush grounds, past a rock wall, a small waterfall empties into a vast pool. The pool is surrounded by a grotto. Breathe and close your eyes. Listen to the soft fall of the water. Smell the lush green vines of the grotto. Joining you now beside you is Mother Mary, Queen of the Angels. She offers to hold you in a deep embrace. Accepting, you feel the warmth come over you, a deep healing you can feel taking place throughout your whole body. This deep love that is so powerful, it brings a tear to your eye. Breathe and feel the love. Now walking along the path with Mary, past the grotto, to a large floral garden. Pausing first at a bush of soft pink roses. Mary tells you that pink roses increase your confidence and help you to accept yourself as you are. Here she delivers us a message from Pink Rose. You are perfect just the way you are. There is nothing you need to change in order to find true beauty. Let me help you love yourself. There is nothing within you that wasn't born from love. Mary takes the single pink rose and gives it to you. Breathe and feel the confidence growing within you. Continuing to walk further along with Mary, coming now to a bush of yellow roses. Yellow roses help to calm your mind and to find peace within yourself. Mary gives us the message here. It is time for you to play. Find the joy in everything you do and everywhere you go. I'll help you find happiness in ways that support your integrity. Mary again takes a single yellow rose and hands it to you. Breathe and envision ways to create fun and joy in your daily life. Continuing through the garden, coming upon a bush of white roses. White roses are a symbol of purity and cleansing. It helps purify and transmute negative energy. Mary once again gives us a message from the white rose. Allow me to clear your energy and your aura. I support you while you gently release. And once you're purified, I will support you to enjoy your new state of peace. Mary hands you a single white rose. Breathe and allow this breath to purify you. Walking now further down the path, it leads to a wall of beautiful red roses. Red roses are the epitome of love and compassion. The power of love can heal any blockage within your heart. Mary gives us the message from the red rose. You deserve love. Let me help you in this area, and with your permission, let me heal all old wounds and allow you to move forward with positivity. You will become the love you wish to experience. Mary hands us a single red rose. Breathe and experience the deep love and compassion of all the flowers we have gathered. You and Mary now spend a few quiet moments gathering and putting together a beautiful bouquet with the roses, adding some baby's breath, some daisies, a few lilies and heather, and a few snapdragons of all colors. Breathe and smell the fragrant aroma of all the flowers. From the corner of your eye, you realize another being has entered the garden. This beautiful woman is dressed in a green, living cloak of flowers and fauna, with a flower crown that is surrounded by flitting butterflies. It is Mother Earth. Walking over to her now, you present her with the flower bouquet. She thanks you and gives you a gentle kiss upon your forehead. Breathe and feel the love and support from both of these mothers. Now, finally walking upon the path with Mary and Mother Earth, arm in arm, you all come to enter a small cave. Here are the healing waters. They contain healing properties throughout the ages. Gaia, Mother Earth, places her hands together and scoops up some water. Drinking in the healing water, feel the love and the peace. Feel renewed, expanded. Breathe and feel that all has been cleared and cleansed, and now you are born anew. May peace and healing and love be with you. Saying your goodbyes through a hug, first Gaia, and then embracing Mother Mary again. They take their leave of you. You sit in the grotto to silently observe the peace and calm and the feeling of true love. Breathe and rest. And just remaining here in moments of silence and peace. Beginning now to return your focus back to your space of meditation, coming back into your body, feeling grounded and connected to Mother Earth, feeling the love and warmth at heart center, and feeling a deep connection to Source through crown. Taking this time to now breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth 3 times. And then when you're beginning to feel that you are completely back within your space and in your body, putting a smile upon your face. And then when you are ready, you may open your eyes.